Hey yo, E-King Fight News, man. Roy Jones Jr. Roy Jones in the media. Apparently he said in an interview recently that he was backing Anthony Joshua in avoiding Deontay Wilder. Roy Jones believes Anthony Joshua should duck Deontay Wilder and take a couple more fights before he heads stateside and takes on the Bronze Bomber. E-King Fight News. More on the story, guys. You know, it's just so convenient that, you know, certain members of boxing heads, boxing media are coming out in favor of Anthony Joshua avoiding a Deontay Wilder mega fight. I just find this very convenient, but this is Roy Jones Jr., and this is what he's saying. Former legend, boxing legend Roy Jones Jr. said this in an interview to Punchlines UK. Of course I want to see Wilder versus Joshua, but not next. I'd like to see Joshua get two more fights, more preparation fights in. I don't know how Roy Jones talks, man. He'd say he'd like to get for Joshua to get one or two more preparation fights in. You mean to tell me, Roy Jones, that Joshua just ain't ready for Wilder? Then why don't you say that shit, man? Just say he ain't ready for Wilder. He'd like to see Joshua get one or two more preparation fights in. I see Anthony Joshua. I see AJ on the incline. He's getting better every fight, but I want to see him at his peak when he fights Wilder. Like you mean to tell me Anthony Joshua is not in the peak of his career? You mean to... Man, this boy Roy Jones Jr., this is old-ass Roy right here. This old-ass Roy Jones Jr., hating motherfucker ass, want to protect Anthony Joshua for some reason. Some reason I don't even know. More on this story, guys. You know, I'm almost in shock, because I would think Roy Jones, he was very forward about trying to make Guillermo Rigondeaux versus Vasyl Lomachenko, two fighters in their primes, or somewhat in their primes, but two fighters that really would make history on paper if they fought each other. And this is a fight, Wilder versus Joshua, that would make absolute history if they fought each other. And suddenly Roy Jones is singing a different tune. It's befuddling. It really is. And it makes me think, that Roy Jones is on the Eddie Hearn payroll, if you ask me. I don't know. Somehow, I don't know what the fuck is going on. Teddy Atlas, then Roy Jones. I don't know, guys. I don't know. It's like all of a sudden, next one's gonna be fucking Jim Lampley out here, trying to protect Anthony Joshua. This is what else he had to say. Anthony would be big in the States, but if you're making the sort of noise in the UK Joshua is, then why go to the USA? Where people are coming to watch you is where you should fight. Okay. So Roy Jones is saying, you know what? He's in support. Now, not only is he in support of ducking Deontay Wilder, but he's also in support of the fight to be in the UK where it makes less money. It seems like that's what he's saying. Now, I don't know what's up with Roy Jones these days. I really don't. I don't know who he's getting paid from. Maybe HBO ain't paying enough. Maybe he's in line to commentate with the DAZN Sports. You know? I don't know what it is. He went on to say, if British fans wants to go to the States to see him, then fine. Thousands of Brits came to Vegas with Ricky Hatton when he fought Floyd Mayweather. That's absolutely true. But if I had a choice of fighting in front of 5,000 in the States, well, it's actually closer to 20,000 in the States. Not 5,000. But Roy Jones' quote is, if I had the choice of fighting in front of 5,000 in the States or 80,000 in the UK, I'm sorry. That's Roy Jones Jr. That's his... Yo, I'm going to give more of my thoughts coming right up, guys. All right, so Roy Jones Jr. once again is endorsing the duck of Deontay Wilder in the USA, even when it comes to guaranteed $50 million that Anthony Joshua would be entitled to, a minimum of $50 million. Yet Roy Jones, for some reason, doesn't want to see that fight next. He would rather see the graphic I just showed you earlier, Alexander Povetkin versus Deontay Wilder, or some other fight, right? I don't know, guys. I don't know what's up with Roy right now, man. Roy's on some other shit. He's trying to get paid from Eddie Hearn. I don't know what it is, man. He's appeasing somebody, clearly. And I find it disheartening. I find this very disappointing. I'm disappointed in Roy Jones. You know? I would think he would want to see the best. I mean, that's how he fought his entire career. Except for not fighting Darius Miklashevsky, which is a whole nother topic for a whole nother video. Right? He didn't get to fight Darius Miklashevsky. But I believe, looking at Roy Jones' junior career, he fought damn near everybody that he could, except for Bernard Hopkins in a rematch that happened many years. It actually happened many years later when both fighters were outside of their primes. But when both fighters were in their primes, physical primes, I'm talking about after Hopkins beat Trinidad, there was talk of Roy Jones versus Bernard Hopkins, and that fight didn't happen. So I guess Roy Jones isn't a stranger to ducking out of a fight. I mean, he had beaten Bernard Hopkins earlier in his career when he was a young gun, and he decided, you know, maybe to stray away from a rematch. Now, I'm sure no one looks back and accuses Roy Jones of ducking Bernard Hopkins. He did fight him twice. But I mean, shit, Roy Jones Jr. is someone, in my mind, fought some of the best fighters in the world. He fought James Toney. He fought Antonio Tarver twice. He fought Glenn Johnson, got knocked out. He fought some decent cruiserweights and got knocked out. Fought John Ruiz at heavyweight. He ducked the heavyweight division after he won his title. And he went back down and got his ass knocked out. That was the biggest mistake of Roy Jones' career, looking back at it. After that moment, he really never rose to prominence as a great fighter after losing by knockout to Antonio Tarver. I mean, he beat Tito Trinidad in a throwaway fight that had some hype behind it, but only for the hardcore boxing fans. He lost to Joe Calzaghe. So like they're big names on his resume. I mean, this is why I don't get about him, his opinion on this fight. Not only that, but like I said earlier, he fully was in support of Guillermo Rigondeaux fighting Vasyl Lomachenko, a fight that had 4 gold medals in between both fighters. This would be a gold medalist versus a bronze medalist. This is Anthony Joshua, the man with 4 titles, that once belonged to Tyson Fury, fighting the WBC champion Deontay Bronze Bomber Wilder for the undisputed heavyweight championship of the world. You want to talk about history? This is heavyweight history in the making. But Roy Jones ain't for that? I'm just saying, it's kind of suspect if you ask me. Yeah, man, this is some weird shit coming out of Roy Jones. I don't know exactly who he's trying to. I don't know exactly who put him up to it. He's talking to someone, a publication out of the UK. I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but it just is what it is. Roy Jones is saying Joshua should take 1 or 2 more fights and then take on Deontay Wilder. That's something that Barry Hearn also said, basically saying Joshua should avoid Wilder for at least a year and then fight him. So that's 1 or 2 more fights, isn't it? And that's all I got for now, man. I think that's all I got for now. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section below. E-King Fight News, man. Smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And we out, guys. Let me know what you guys think about this one. Roy Jones endorsing not fighting Deontay Wilder. Eat King Fight News.